And welcome back. Our second segment this morning is with our friends from the Orange Walk ITVET. They're here with us to speak about certain programs that they will be rolling out at the end of this week. That being said, we have with us in studio Smyrna Sentimental Crawford. She is a counselor and a job placement officer at OWITVET. Good morning, Smyrna.
A pleasant good morning, Belize and everyone.
All right.
Nice to be here.
And she's joined by Josette Espadas, no stranger to our set here at Open Your Eyes. Josette is the librarian, and she's also the audiovisual technician at the OWITVET. Ladies, good morning.
Good morning, and thank you for having us back.
Oh, you decorated our set, so thank you. Okay, ladies, so let's talk about the Orange Walk ITVET. You are here to promote the opening ceremony and as well as talk about the curriculum that you have for this year.
It's been 2 years since we've been out because of the pandemic, and we're back to start off with a bang.
Yes.
As we have normally done in the past. This Friday, we're having our grand opening ceremony, which kickstarts our training cycle, 2022-2023. It's a ceremony where both parents and our new trainees are invited to come to campus, where we have guest speakers. This year, we're pleased to say that our guest speaker will be our CEO, Ms. Diane Mahia. We're having presentations. We end off the ceremony with a tour of our campus, where both the parents and the trainees can see and get a feel of what it is that they're getting into for the new school year or the new training cycle. We take them around and show them everything. Many a times it's the first and only time that the parents have a chance to come and actually see where they are investing in their sons or daughters' future.
Yeah.
And where they are investing in Belize's future, in building our nation. So that is the gist of our opening ceremony, and it's part of our orientation process. Because then after on the Monday, we have what we call our orientation then, which is only for our trainees, when they get to learn the ins and outs of the institution, what is expected, what is not expected from them. But it starts off with this big bang. It's like our birthday, we celebrate every year. And as I said, for the past 2 years, we've been dormant. We did have our orientation in the past, but it was done virtually. But the opening ceremony was put on hold because of the pandemic. So this year, we're excited to come back to campus. We're excited to meet and greet our trainees and our parents.
Talk to us about what's different this year, this semester.
Well, what's different this year, as with every training cycle, are our program offerings.
Yeah.
This year we're continuing, because we started in 2019 with what we call our technician programs. Sadly, because we went into virtual learning, it kind of kept us back a little bit, not to the extreme, but a little bit. But we're continuing with our technician programs, where our trainees learn 2 trades that are interrelated, and at the end are being certified at level 1 as a semi-skilled, and at level 2 with a higher level as a skilled, and at level 3 where they become then a craftsman in their trade. We're continuing with that this year, as I mentioned prior. We do have some courses that we introduced last training cycle. One of them is our general construction program, where this is teaching you construction as it said, but from the bottom all the way up. So from the foundation to the roof, you're learning everything that has to do with construction, both with cement and with lumber. We also have what we call our property and facility maintenance program, which teaches our trainees, as it says, about property and facility maintenance. They are learning how to keep all of these beautiful new buildings that are up in Belize, the upkeep, which is very important. They also learn a little bit of electrical, a little bit of air conditioning and plumbing, a little bit of masonry. So they're well-rounded when they go into the trades. And these trades are trades that our employers in the resorts especially look forward to. because instead of having to employ 2 or 3 persons, they can employ only 1 person who is skilled, who is well-rounded, and can come and give service at their institution.
So there's one more trade that we also introduced this year, and that is the home repairs.
Okay.
The home repairs has to do with carpentry, and they also take electrical and they do plumbing. So this is one of the new trades that you're introducing this year. And we can say that it's going to be a successful one because, you know, like how Mrs. Espadas is saying, our liaison a lot with the industry has actually guided ourselves as an institution to see what program is in high demand, what the industry is needing at the moment. And we can say that that close collaboration with them has been very helpful to our institution. And like how Mrs. Espadas has said in the past, when we started, when I was in 2009, when I started in 2009, we started offering only 1 trade. But after collaborating and liaising a lot with the industry, we noticed that our trainees needed to be more viable for employment or reach the industry needs. And what they were asking is that they need to be more versed in other trades, not only 1 trade. So that's where we started to introduce the truck system, which at that time was 3 trades, or at the cost of 1. So it's like our triple up form at that time. But then, further liaison with the industry, we needed for them to have 2 solid trades. And that's where we, in 2019, that's where we started with the technician programs. And that's what we're following, the CVQ standards, which is BM vocational standards, qualification standards. And that is what we're gearing for, to prepare our trainees so that in the future they can also be able to work not only in Belize, but also be a very valuable employee in the Caribbean as well.
Now you're responsible for assisting with job placements once these students have completed the course.
Yes.
What has that been like for you in terms of being able to identify perhaps the best fit for these graduates?
Over the years, because when I started, we only used to work with companies within Orange Walk. But then we saw the need that we need to further or go out district. And that's where my manager and our team, we took an initiative to start to market our institution, which is marketing is one of our biggest things for the Orange Walk ITVET. So we started to visit different companies, not only in Belize City, but we went as far as Placencia, Hopkins, Cayo, Belize City, San Pedro. We went and we took that initiative to visit these businesses, industries, and resorts so that they can be partner with us so that when our trainees finish their training cycle, they can go on the job training, which for us on the job training is the first step to employment. Because based on a trainee's performance, then the employer can say, you know what, I want this trainee to be my employee.
It's interesting that you guys would have identified the importance of marketing, because a lot of times you have institutions that provide certain academic services for students, but they don't showcase them enough. So essentially the students are left on their own to be able to either find a placement for themselves thereafter, or to be able to advertise in a manner of speaking what they have learned over the course of the program.
That is one of our taglines. When somebody enrolls with us, we tell them that, we explain the entire process, that if it's a Fort Farmer, somebody coming out from Fort Farmer, Sixth Farmer, even university, these persons go straight into the trades. So they have a selection of the technician programs that they want to take. For example, if they want to do auto mechanics technician, which is a combination of auto mechanics and welding, of course those are intertwined. We explain to the student or to the trainee that they need to go for on-the-job training, and most of the times that is a secure job. Unlike when we went to regular high school or regular sixth form, they might send you for an internship, but that's it. At the end of 4-6 weeks, it's not a guarantee that you get a job. With technical vocational institutions like the Orange Walk ITVET, a job is more secure than if you go a normal academic route. And marketing is essential. We are a young institution. We're just entering our 16th training cycle, as opposed to many other educational institutions around the country who have 50, 60, 100 years of existence. And they all started somewhere like us, where they would come out and promote and promote and promote and have everybody realize who you are, what you have to offer, which is why invitations like what happened today are very essential. Everybody needs to know what we have to offer. Branding is very important. You can see the items that we brought here, everything has our logo, everything is a standard color.
Yes.
So if you see somebody walking down the street with an eagle and a circle around, you can say, well, that is Orange Walk ITVET. I've seen that before. And then the conversation starts about what we have to offer. So marketing is very important. Branding is very important. Nothing is better than word of mouth, though. Of course, if our trainee goes somewhere and performs to the best of their ability, Ms. Sentimento liaises with industry or the employers, and they talk to their friends maybe somewhere else, you know, I got this good trainee from here. Then phone rings, I am so-and-so from this business institution, so-and-so told me that you help them. Can you help me now? So all of that helps.
So what are your expectations coming this year now that you're out and COVID is, well, not done, but your students are coming back? What are your expectations for this year?
To be the best that we can and to excel more than what we did in the previous years.
Even though we were in the middle of a pandemic, we can say that our training did not stop. We had our virtual online classes, which all our trainees and teachers were doing. That is, I know it was a bit challenging in the very beginning, but like in anything, we like to adapt to different scenarios, different situations, and I can say that the Orange Walk ITVET, we did pull through. Part of it is that as a technical institution, our training is can't be only online.
Right.
A lot of it
especially
is hands-on, right?
since we are a trade school, our trainees have to get the practical aspect. So whenever we were given the green light, then that's when our trainees that are studying in the trade came to do the practical only when it comes to their training. And since we are going back to how we were before, we expect that it's going to be far more greater because, you know, different trainees have different learning styles, and some might not be adapting to the only online. They are the kinesthetic ones who have to do the hands-on. So this is going to be work far more better how it was during the pandemic. And I could say that when it came to our employers, you know, Mrs. Espadas was touching on that as well, is that indeed, I could say over the years, it is our trainees' performance, thanks to the knowledge, the skills, and the ability that they learned at our institution. They were able to impress different employers in the industry, and those employers recommended to other employers. So we have several companies that have reached out to our institution to recommend employers that we have not worked before. As a matter of fact, during the pandemic, we partnered with 6 new companies that we have never partnered before, and that was during the pandemic. And this is success stories that we want to keep on having with our employers. And we not only focus on the knowledge and skills, but we also on the soft skills, so that when our trainees go there, then they have the proper attitude, the soft skills that is required for them as well to be well-rounded when they go as an employee to work in anywhere in the industry.
Of all your offerings, what is the most sought after trade for students applying? And of course, what is the most in-demand trade within the business or within the industry?
All trades are in demand in Belize. We're a growing nation, to be frank with you. So saturation of the market, unlike maybe having a secretary. We always use this example. When we have vacancies for support staff, like our secretary, we get hundreds of applicants. When we have vacancies for a trade instructor, we're lucky if we get 5.
Interesting.
So the demand for tradespersons in Belize is there. In the beginning, we started electrical and air conditioning and refrigeration were the trades that were in demand. Then auto mechanics caught on in popularity. Welding has caught on in popularity. And now even with the general construction and the home repairs, they are catching on, and the property and facility maintenance. Because as I said, these are people who can become gainfully employed at the end in the snap of a finger. Many big buildings are coming up, many new resorts, hotels are coming up, and they need these types of people. And I extend an invitation for you to come and visit our institution. You're going to see that we've been there for 16 years, and we don't look like we've been there for 16 years. Maintenance, constant maintenance is necessary for your buildings to continue looking beautiful, for your areas to continue thriving, and this is where we come in as a trade institution or a training institution. So those are the trades that are most in demand right now. Of course, all of them. Computer service and repairs is one that is also in demand, but when it comes to electrical, air conditioning and refrigeration, welding, auto mechanics, and the building trades themselves, those are in high demand. And as I said, saturation of the market, I don't think so, not in the near future. And as Ms. Sentimento explained, we are gearing towards the CVQs, which is the Caribbean Vocational Qualification, which is under the umbrella of CXC, which allows our trainees, or will allow our trainees to be gainfully employed out in the Caribbean because of the certification. Of course, this comes with a process for the entire country, not only for us at the Orange Walk ITVET, but we have started to pilot these curriculum and when it comes to the practical assessments, so that when time comes that Belize gets the green light to start, then we are already a step ahead.
What does that process entail?
Just like when CXC started, of course, you need to have facility audits. You need to have audits for your actual teaching force. We need to have what they call internal verifiers, who are persons who are going to actually do the grading for your trainees. We need to have external verifiers, who are persons who come into your institution to ensure that the trainees have learned what it is, or the skills that they need for both theory and practical. So it's an entire process with an application to the CXC body, and we are getting in that process, but we hope that in the near future we can settle it down, and we do become, all ITVETs across the country become CVQ certified institutions.
So if I want to enroll at the Orange Walk ITVET, what do I have to do?
Well, you need to get the application at our institution, or we can have it email it to you. And a part of that, one of the requirements is you need to bring either a copy of your birth certificate or passport, a police record. We also need your transcript from the law school that you attended, a passport size picture, and then your application fee that you will submit, and a copy of your social security card as well.
And I have to have that in a package to ITVET in Orange Walk.
You can email it to San Lorenzo Road, or you can visit our office there as well. And if you want to email it to us as well, our email is orangewalk, it's spelled Orange Walk, ITVET @yahoo.com.
Okay. And when are you taking in enrollment? How long
As
is
we speak,
registration?
we're still expecting applicants.
Okay.
As we speak right now, we have a policy of open entry, open exit. So you can start anytime in the school year, and then your teachers work with you as you come in. So that's one of the things, because here you advance at your own pace. And advancing at your own pace, that means that, okay, I will lamp up and then all the head is going in.
No time for
Advance at your
lamping,
own pace means that if you want to go ahead of the crowd, of the class, then you can go ahead and do so. The quicker you finish, then the quicker we can send you on the job training and everything.
And what time is your opening ceremony on Friday?
At 9 o'clock in the morning. We will begin at 9 o'clock in the morning.
No Belize time.
No
No.
Belize time.
No, we
Orange Walk ITVET time, 9 a.m.
Sharp.
It was there, not there. We start exact time, 9 o'clock in the morning. And it's going to be a very grand ceremony, a big bang. We have invited persons from the industry as well to be part of their, or past trainees as well. So it's going to be a very impacting
day.
And of course, events like these, like our grand opening, or orientation, even our Expo and Trade Fair that we have in March, April, is not possible without the hard work of the faculty and staff at the Orange Walk ITVET. And at the helm, our manager, Mr. Armando Gomez, we must give thanks to him. We must give thanks to our Board of Governors, who is always there supporting us all the way. We must give thanks to the Ministry of Education as well for being there for us, always. Parents, trainees, everybody, the community at large, Orange Walk community, for always having us at heart and giving us their support. And of course, thanks to God for giving us all the strength and courage that we have to persevere. It's not been easy. We've had our challenges, but we're there, we're thriving, and we're continuing.
You know, your title says librarian, but I just feel like you're the marketer.
Chief Marketing Officer.
Chief Marketing Officer.
I've been at the Orange Walk ITVET for 16 years now, so this is my child, this is my baby, and of course we want to see success always. So
We wish you the best in that.
thank you.
Final words?
Well, for me, Mrs. Espadas have already thanked all our stakeholders, but I would like to thank from the bottom of my heart all our employers, all that we have worked with, and future ones that we're planning to work with, because without their help and their support, our training cycle cannot, or training for our trainees cannot be complete. And it's because, you know, to have someone that you do not know going to your industry is a risk for any employer, but we can say that they have opened up their doors with freedom, I would say, to accept our trainees to come and do their on-the-job training. So with their support, we wouldn't be here as well. Be known by them.
Yeah.
OWITVET, your doors open officially on
Friday,
Friday.
September 2nd,
September
9 a.m. with our grand opening ceremony.
Perfect.
And of course, we're extending an invitation to you and the entire country of Belize to come and visit us
When I
on
tell
Friday.
You have to go cover the,
Yes.
And we'd also like to
ceremony.
thank the media. We'd like to thank you guys for giving us these opportunities to be able to showcase our institution, to be able to let Belize know that, hey, we're here, Orange Walk ITVET, San Lorenzo Road, Orange Walk Town.
Orange Walk ITVET, you need to upgrade Josette's title to Chief Marketing Officer. But thank you, ladies, so much for coming in. We wish you
Thank
the
you
best
too.
of luck, and we hope that you get the registration that you well deserve. And with that, we are going to take our final break, and when we get back, we'll be wrapping things up. We are live on 5.